Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about what's going on out in Arizona and the longer term impacts from it. Because right now everybody's focusing on the most immediate, and that makes sense. But there's probably going to be some developments from this down the road, and it might be a good idea just to remind everybody how this type of thing has been playing out in recent weeks. Okay, so if you don't know what's going on out in Arizona, this is happening in other places, but it's particularly prevalent in Arizona. There are groups of people who are, let's just say, monitoring places where voting can occur. And they're doing it, in some cases, in a manner that could be seen as intimidating. Sometimes they are decked out in tactical gear, wearing masks, photographing people's license plates, following them, stuff like this. Now, there has already been a temporary restraining order sought against one group. The Secretary of State in Arizona has gotten involved. There's been a referral to the Department of Justice. There's a sheriff in Phoenix who is stepping up security around voting locations. Now, voter intimidation is actually kind of like a big deal. If charges come from this, it's going to be a big deal for those involved. And you can look at it and say that, well, it's just these people out there doing this. But why are they doing it? If you listen to some of the things that the people engaged in this have said, they're doing it because they believe a baseless theory. They were sold on a conspiracy theory, and they believe it, so they're out there acting upon that. Right now, everybody is focusing on what's going to happen to the people who are actively doing it. There might be a reason to start looking at those people who put the theory out there. Because I would imagine those who were scared or deterred from voting, they might look to them, the people who put that theory out there, the people who promoted it, as being ultimately responsible for it. And when you are talking about a conspiracy theory that is put out, perhaps for profit, that then encourages people to do things in the real world that has a negative impact on others. If there's something that we have learned from the Jones case, the court proceedings there can result in millions against the people who put the theory out there. The Jones case should have been a wake-up call for a whole lot of people whose business model revolves around putting out inaccurate information, and many times they know it's inaccurate when they put it out. We're not talking about good faith mistakes a lot of times. We're talking about people who are intentionally manipulating people and feeding them false information, along with rhetoric encouraging them to act. This has proven to be something that juries in civil cases find displeasurable. They don't like this, and the Jones case proved that. This might be another case where we end up years from now seeing a civil proceeding against the people who put out the baseless theories about the election and about election security. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.